All right, welcome. Deploying something live to the internet can feel super complicated, right? Slow, tedious. Well, today we're going to flip that on its head. We are going to deploy a live web application from scratch in under 5 minutes. Let's dive right in.
Okay, so this is usually the point where I'd bore you with a syllabus, we talk about objectives, curriculum, all that stuff. But you know what? We are skipping all of that. I am a huge believer in starting with instant gratification, because the best way to learn is by actually doing something cool.
So yeah, forget the theory. Just for a moment. Our one and only mission for this explainer is to get something, anything, live on the web, and we're doing it right now.
So, how are we going to pull this off so fast? Well, we only need 3 key tools in our toolkit. They're super simple, really powerful, and absolutely perfect for getting up and running in no time. Let's meet them.
First up is Vercel. Honestly, just think of Vercel as our launchpad. It's this amazing cloud platform that makes deploying web apps just ridiculously easy. It takes care of all the messy server stuff behind the scenes, so we don't even have to think about it.
Next, we have Cursor. This is where we'll write our code. Now, if you've ever used VS Code before, you're going to feel right at home, because it's basically a version of it built for AI stuff. But for our purposes today, it's just our trusty code editor.
And our third tool is FastAPI. This is a Python framework that lets us spin up a web server with, just a few lines of code. It's modern, it's wicked fast, and it's absolutely perfect for what we're about to do.
And here's the crazy part. Our entire application, the whole shebang, it's all going to live in just 3 simple files. That's it. Let's take a look at what they are.
So here they are. We've got our actual app code in a file called instant.py. Then we've got our dependencies in requirements.txt. And finally, the instructions for vercel in vercel.json. Let's quickly break down each one.
Okay, so instant.py. This is the heart of our app. It's just a tiny little Python server using FastAPI, and all it does is wait for someone to visit our website. When they do, bam! It sends back a simple message live from production. That's it. That's how we'll know we succeeded. Next, we've got requirements.txt. Think of this as a shopping list for our server. It just tells Vercel, hey, before you run my code, you need to go grab these Python packages. In our case, it's just 2 things, FastAPI itself and this thing called Unicorn, which is the engine that actually runs the app.
And the final piece of this puzzle is vercel.json. This is literally the instruction manual. We're telling Vercel, hey, you're looking at a Python app, here's how to build it, and here's the specific file you need to run. It's the bridge that connects our code to their platform.
All right, we've got our tools, we've got our 3 files ready to go. It is time. We are about to go from our cozy little code editor to the entire world. This is the moment of truth.
Yeah, this is exactly what we call in the business the moment of truth. All the prep work is done. Now we just have to push the button and see if this thing flies.
And it all comes down to these 3 simple commands you type into your terminal. First, we install the Vercel tool itself. Easy. Second, we log in. This just connects your computer to your Vercel account. And third, the magic command, vercel dot. That little dot just tells Vercel, hey, deploy everything right here in this folder.
After you hit enter on that last command, Vercel is going to ask you a couple of super simple questions, like what you want to name the project. Honestly, you can just hit enter and accept all the defaults. From there, Vercel just takes over and does all the heavy lifting for you.
And just like that, it's done. Seriously, we went from literally nothing to a live web application. This right here is the payoff. This is that instant gratification I was talking about.
Vercel's going to give you a URL, and when you click it, boom, you'll see our message live from production. And remember, this isn't just running on your laptop. This is a real live URL on the internet. Anyone, anywhere in the world can go to it. We actually did it.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. It's just a line of text. And yeah, you're right, but don't gloss over what we just accomplished. This simple process, writing the code, listing the dependencies, and configuring the deployment, this is the exact same foundation you would use to deploy a super complex AI chatbot or some powerful data tool. We just proved that the part that feels the hardest can actually be the easiest.
So the big takeaway here is really simple. Deploying a web application isn't some dark art that takes weeks to figure out. You just did it in minutes. And that opens up a whole world of possibilities, which leaves us with just one question: what are you going to build next?